Hi guys, Colin here. This is a Morris Hurricane from the mid-80s. Now the 80s was an interesting period in musical history because there was a lot of stadium rock and metal bands exploding onto the scene at the time, and the art of shred guitar was being fully embraced. Now most of the guitars in that period were brightly coloured superstrats, and it's no surprise that a lot of companies wanted to cash in on that trend. This salmon pink axe is trying desperately to fit in with the shred guitars of the era, but it falls a little short. Not to mention, it's in need of some serious work. I'm always up for a challenge, so I'm going to take this shred wannabe, I'm going to strip it down, clean it up, modify it, and try and make it into a guitar that will stand its own against the competition. Will it shred? That is the question. Before we do any work to this guitar, let's take a look at it and see where its problems lie. This was picked up from a second-hand stall for about £30 and has lain in the back of a friend's cupboard for a few years. The finish is in surprisingly good condition for a guitar that's been around the houses like this one. First thing to note is there's no jack socket. It's been ripped out, but that's not a difficult fix. The control layout is a master volume and tone, and it's connected to three three-way switches. Each one controls one pickup, allowing for any combination to be accessed, and even for out-of-phase sounds. The control cavity is unshielded, which is pretty common for cheap guitars like this. The pots are turning a bit, the wiring's not great, and it's all a bit grubby inside there. The real extent of the damage to these electronics is unknown at present, but I'm probably just going to strip them all out and put in high quality stuff anyway. This old Color Flyer bridge has seen better days. I'm hoping that stripping it back and cleaning it up will bring it back to working order. Looks like I'll need to find a new arm for it as well. Now the pickups are interesting. Everything from look and construction to the state that they're in fascinates me. It appears that there's been some water damage done to them at some point in time. The single coils especially, you can see on the middle single coil the flat work is starting to peel up and you can see the copper coil underneath. I wouldn't put much hope in these pickups actually functioning, and it probably wouldn't function well if they did. I'm probably going to rip these out and wind some CSG custom shred pickups for this guitar. The neck is pretty standard for a guitar of this quality and age. The frets are a little worn, but not excessively so. I could probably get away with keeping these after I do a fret dress on them. The fingerboard, on the other hand, is fairly bland for a shred axe. I think we can do better. So probably the whole upper portion of this neck, I'm going to scallop that fretboard. Now this neck joint is pretty obnoxious and intrusive when you're trying to play the widdly notes, so I think some body contouring here is going to help that immensely. We're taking down this corner, it's not staying there. The plastic nut can probably go, we can get better than that. The Cala locker system there seems to be in good nick. Perhaps some of the hex holes are a little bit chewed. I'll see if I can get replacement parts for that. Now this is an interesting crack on the headstock. It runs right the way through the machine head hole, down the sides of the headstock, and then meets again at the back. I suspect when I take this machine head off, that section of the headstock is going to disintegrate. I'll have to have my wood glue at the ready just in case. So as you can see, there is plenty to be doing with this guitar. Importantly, I'm going to be winding new hot output pickups, rewiring the entire electronics, scalloping the upper portion of the fretboard, doing some body contouring, and seeing if I can fix that headstock. Now that may not be all I'm doing with this axe. As I work on it, I may find other things that need done or gain some inspiration from somewhere to do some stuff with this and make it better. But please remember to click the subscribe button so that you can see all the future episodes of this as and when I bring them out. Don't forget to comment as well and follow me on all my social media. That's all for this now. I'm going to get this stripped down and work on it. Keep it loud, guys.